Hello students, good morning. Hope you are well and also studying, completing your work in the copy, writing question answers and learning them. We were doing chapter 3 in civics, the government. I have always told you and I was telling you yesterday's video also, we have done civics chapter 1 and chapter 3 of civics. Still many of you keep on asking about chapter 2. If I have not explained that, it will not be asked to you. As chapter 3 is in your portion, we are doing chapter 3 now. Okay. So chapter 3 is government and we were learning about government. I told you many points about government. What is government? Okay. A government is a body to administer a country so that it runs smoothly. Then I had told you about why we need government. Without the government, this country will be like a class without the teacher. And what are their duties? Okay. Then we learned levels of government, local, self and national level. Okay. Then we learned types of government yesterday. That was your hereditary monarchical government where kings and queens rule. Then there was dictatorship, and then we learned about democratic government, which is in India. Today we shall continue with this chapter only, and in this chapter we have next about universal adult franchise. Okay, and then you have a women suffrage movement and the struggle against apartheid. These are three more things that we learned, we have to learn in this chapter. So before that, we will take the book in our hand. You take the book in your hand, open the book, open the chapter, and on page number 214 you have heading Universal Adult Franchise. Now what is Universal Adult Franchise? What is this Universal Adult Franchise? Universal Adult Franchise means every adult is capable for choosing or voting. Okay, all the adults of a particular country are able and are allowed to choose their representatives. Now, like you go for vote. So when you are an adult of 18 years of age and you belong to a particular country like India, citizenship of India, then you can vote and choose your representative. That is your universal adult franchise. So we'll go a little in detail. We'll see the book. In many countries, people made rules as to who can vote and who cannot vote. So in many countries there are rules who should vote, should only men vote, should only women vote, or only what is the age for person to vote. So many countries have rules who should vote and who should not vote. If all people are not allowed to vote, then the view of all people have not been taken as to who should form the government. If all are not allowed to vote, na? If everybody's view is not taken, सबका विचार नहीं लेंगे, then how we will decide and how we will know who will make the government, how it can be a democratic government. This would mean everyone is not treated equally. If we don't allow everyone, if we allow only men, then if we don't allow women, then is it equality? No. If we allow only a particular religion people, no, it will not be equality. Equality means everybody is allowed. Okay. So such democracies are not pure democracy, not those democratic countries which do not allow every citizen to vote, they are not purely democratic countries. A country where every adult citizen has been granted the right to vote is said to be following principle of universal adult franchise. So a country, any country where all the adults are allowed to vote, that country is following universal adult franchise. And universal, all adults are allowed to vote and choose their representative. In India, every adult citizen has the right to vote. We know that in India, all the adults above 18 years, they are allowed to vote. This is the best form of democracy where everybody is allowed. India has given equal rights to all its citizens. It has made laws that there will be no discrimination against any person based on caste, race, or region. So, India has given equal right to all the citizens, whether we are of any particular state. I am of UP or Bihar or Kerala. All of us are allowed to vote if we attain the age of 18 years and are of Indian citizens. Then, but particular state and particular where I belong to, I should have the voter ID of that particular place. I will not go in any other place and go and vote. If I am in UP, I can't go and vote in Kerala. If I have of that, then I will go and vote there. So I need to have a particular ID of that area, that I belong to that citizenship. Then also, no discrimination is based on if all religion people are allowed to vote, all caste people, all types of job people, everybody is allowed. Okay, no rich, no powerful should be able to exploit the weak and the poor. So rich and poor, weak and strong, all are allowed to give vote. That is universal adult franchise, so that all have equal right. Even a poor person can contest the election and the richest one also. So all are getting the equal rights. Clear? That is about your universal adult franchise. I hope it is clear. Universal adult franchise is every citizen of India or any other country who is an adult, where it is allowed, adult 18 years of age, is capable and valid to vote and choose the representative. Okay, next we have women's. Okay, here it is women's suffrage movement. Now what is women's suffrage movement? Okay, now look at the book. Here it is given, many governments in Europe and America, many years back, in the beginning, in Europe and America, only men were allowed to vote. Women's were not allowed to vote. Okay, women were not allowed to vote. So that they started a movement and they protested against it, that they should be also allowed to vote. And the story goes on. Then for World War One started, First World War, and all the men had to go to join in the World War first, and the ladies were asked to work in their place. So they proved there that they are equal to men. Then they were also allowed to vote. So we'll see in detail. Many governments in Europe and America, which were calling themselves democratic, did not give the right to vote to every adult citizen. So many democratic countries which used to say that we are democratic country like America and Europe, they did not give equal right to every citizens to vote. They did not allow the women to vote, and they had prejudiced attitude and believed that women were not equal to men and thinking and working. So they did not allow, as I told you, they did not allow the women to vote, and they looked down. Prejudiced women means they used to look down upon women. उन्हें नीचा समझते थे, that they are not equal to men and they are not able to do the work as men can do. The women protested against such discrimination, and a movement of equality started in America in 1848. So all the women started protesting against it. Okay, and a movement, एक तरीके का आंदोलन शुरू हो गया in 1848. A type of movement started where women were protesting to have equal right like the men. And then it spread out in other countries of Europe, including Britain. So first it started in America, and slowly it spread in the what we say other countries also, like in Europe and in including Britain. So during the First World War, as I was telling you, most of the men were called for the war, and women were called to work in factories and other places. and they proved to be the world that they were equal in men in all types of work and decision making. So as I told you, first the women protested to have equal rights, to have a right to vote. Okay, and it started in America, reached to Britain, and in Europe, Britain. And then what happened? Then World War first broke, and all the men were called, mostly the men were called to join in the war. Ladies were called to work in the factories and other places, and wherever they worked, the ladies proved themselves as equal as men. Okay, they were good at work also and good in making decisions. So intellectually also they were very good. The movement became stronger, and women protested by going on hunger strikes and chaining themselves or railing in public places, etc. So this movement of women to have equal right became more and more strong. Women started protesting. They started hunger strike, bhook hartal karne lage. They started chaining themselves in the public places. Okay, all that they started doing and protesting to get equal rights like men, and to also have right to vote. Gradually, after a long struggle, government relented and gave women the right to vote as an equal citizen. So then government thought and decided, yeah, women are also equal, and they were also given right to vote. In America, women got their voting right in 1920. Such a long struggle they went for. They started their struggle, as I told you, when they started in 1848, and they got the right to vote in 1920. Okay. India is one country where even in the first general election, the women were also given, okay, the right to vote. From the first general election, universal adult franchise was followed. From the first election itself, all men, women of any caste, color, creed, state, religion, all were allowed to vote in the first general election. Okay. Whereas we have learned about the women's suffrage movement, that in the beginning men were only allowed to vote. That is example of America and Europe is given, where the women protested. Okay, and while protesting they wanted equal right and right to vote. And during this time only First World War broke, and men joined the war, and ladies worked in factories and proved physically also strong and mentally also and intellectually strong. They still kept on protesting, and or went on hunger strikes and other things they did on the as a movement to have equal right and right to vote. And in 1920 American women's got the right to vote, but in India we have got from the first general election the right to vote, all men, women and adults. All right, this is also over about your women's suffrage movement. Okay, adult suffrage is also right to vote. Women's suffrage movement also the right to vote for the women's. Now the struggle against apartheid. The meaning of apartheid I have written here: discrimination of people. Okay, so apartheid means discriminating, separating people on the basis of caste, color. Alright, so we go to page 215. While the government in Europe and America were not given equal right to women, there were other government which did not give equal right to certain citizens based on their caste and race. So here is an example given. There were some countries who were not giving right to women to vote. But there were some countries also like in Africa which were not giving right to people on the basis of their caste and color. If you are of a black color person, you were not allowed to vote, or you were not allowed to stand on election. That is native people of America. Okay. So here also is given example of some governments where the women were not given the chances to vote, and in some government or countries some people were also not given right to vote and contest election only because they belong to particular caste or color or race. For example, in South Africa, the people were divided into blacks and white, like the colored Indians. Okay, white people and black people. Black people were the native people, वहाँ के original लोग थे अफ्रीका के, and white people were the people who came from Europe and settled there. The native had dark complexions. So जो वहाँ के लोग थे अफ्रीका के, they were dark in color because of the climatic conditions. Also, we know the people in Africa are of dark color, while the white came from the northern regions and became settlers. And white people had come from northern regions like from Europe and all, and they settled here. They had money and they bought huge areas and became rich and powerful. So those who came from Europe, white in color people, they had a lot of money and power, and they bought more of the land and they became more powerful and rich. They starting ruling over the locals and other outsiders who came in, laborers and workers. So they became more rich. White people became more rich as they had more land. They started dominating over the black people, that means the native original people जो वहाँ के लोग थे उन पे भी शासन करने लगे, and also those who came in Africa to work from others. The white had separate colonies for themselves and did not allow the others to come and to live there. So there were different colonies. A colony only for the black people, a separate colony for the white people, and white people never allowed anyone to come and live in their colonies. White people had a separate colony to live. They could only work there as slaves and servants. If anybody you will find in the white colony black, that means he was a servant or a worker in their house or a slave. They were forced to go on separate schools, had separate hospitals. So black people had separate school, separate hospitals, everything. That much was the discrimination. This apartheid, this much discrimination was there in Africa. Black people had their own colony. They were not allowed to vote and contest. They had separate schools, separate hospitals, and they used to work as slaves and servants in the white people's house. And this kind of discrimination is known as apartheid. The native people had to struggle for a long time against discrimination. So the people of Africa, the native people, the black people, struggled a lot. Like we fought for our independence, they also struggled a lot against the discrimination. Mahatma Gandhi also played a role in their struggle for the equality, and their struggle intensified in 1970, and in 1991 the apartheid laws were abolished. So long struggle they had, and in 1970s the apartheid people came to know about this and they started working on that. And in 1991 apartheid's laws were abolished. No more black and white divisions were done. This ended. Apartheid laws were ended in 1991. And in 1994, Nelson Mandela won the election. He was a black person, black African, and became first South African president. Whereas in the beginning they were not allowed to vote and contest. But after the law of apartheid was banned and abolished in 1991, in 94 the first black person, that was your Nelson Mandela, became the president of South Africa. Clear? So this was about the apartheid. Apartheid is a discrimination was done in South Africa among the white and black people. White had their separate colonies, high class of jobs and all, and black, the original native people of South Africa, had to suffer a lot. They were slaves and servants, and they had separate colonies, separate schools and hospitals, and then a long struggle went for to end this apartheid. In 1991 the apartheid laws were banned, and in 1994 Nelson Mandela became the first president of South America as a black person. So no more discriminations were there. Everybody, white or black, could contest and vote for the elections. Okay, this was about the government we were learning. in this chapter: type of government, government, work of government, types of government, why we need government. Okay, and also I told you about the adult franchise in India. You adult franchise also you can say, universal adult suffrage also you can say, women's suffrage where women were given right to vote, and then the struggle against the apartheid. This is how we have completed the chapter. You can read it once again, it's very easy to understand. Or you can ask me if you have not understood. On Saturdays you can call me and ask. Before that you read it, and study nicely, do your work, and take care of yourself. Bye. Thank you. Have a nice day.